Hey guys, it's Sarah from What a Nerd Girl Says, and we are here today with my May book haul. I was doing kind of random book hauls randomly all over the time, being like, hey, I bought books. But I discovered I buy books kind of a lot. Kind of a lot. So I decided to do it monthly. Then I realized at the end of the month, oh my god, the amount of books that I buy in a month is kind of crazy. But that's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it at the end of every month. So it is now officially June. So we're doing my May book haul and all the books that I bought for May. They're not necessarily all the books I read for May, because some of them I have read, some of them I haven't read. And then other books that I read in May are books that I've already read before and bought before. But these are all the books that I bought or was given in the month of May. So the first book that I got my hands on in the month of May was Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins, who apparently was everywhere in April, and I just never saw her. She was at Festival Books and WonderCon and all this stuff, and everyone was like, get her book, and I was like, but I'm poor, and I couldn't get them at like Festival Books and WonderCon and stuff. So in May, I bought it, and I read it in like a day or two, and now I'm really sad because I miss meeting her because she was like here a lot. But it's great, and there's a review for it and all that stuff. By the way, if there's a review for a book, I will link the blog and the thingy down there, and you guys can all check them out, and it'll be awesome. So yeah, Rebel Belle was the first book that I bought this month, and I bought it at the same time that I bought Summer State of Mind by Jen Calonita. It's kind of like a sequel to her book Sleepaway Girls, which I'm sure I have somewhere. And yeah, it's really fun. It's kind of younger YA, but it's gets me into a summer mood, and it's nice and happy, and nobody dies. And it's really nice to read a book where nobody dies. It's kind of exciting. So that's where that one came from. And then I bought Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, because she's brilliant and everything she does is like gold on paper. If you haven't read Amy Rutter's Epic Detour or Second Chance Summer, then you need to get out there and do it, and then buy this one as well because she's brilliant. And I've got like swag coming out the hoo-ha from this book, and yeah, pretty. I still have to post it in there from when I met her. That's awesome. I also, when I bought Since You've Been Gone, bought The One, which is the final book of Kira Cass's selection trilogy, because it came out the same day. But I don't have it because I lent it to a friend, because I'm awesome that way, and she's going to take care of it. And I think I'm going to get back today. But I bought that at the same time. So there is that. So one thing that's been really cool lately, I think, from me having my blog as long as I have and kind of getting its name out there and all that kind of fun stuff, is I've been getting a lot of ARCs, and some of them I've just been kind of getting sent in the mail, so that's pretty cool. And one that I got sent in the mail this month was Lauren Miller's new release, Free to Fall. And I hadn't read Lauren Miller yet. I've seen Parallel. I've just never picked it up. But I got this one, and I was pretty excited because she was at the Ontario Teen Book Fest. So I was like, I'm going to see her. I need to read it. And it's super creepy, and it's kind of, there's an app that, like, determines your whole life. It's basically Siri on crack, I guess is the best way to describe it. And it's really creepy. It's kind of like a thriller-ish future, I don't know, it's amazing, but it like blew my mind. So thank you to Megan, who gets me all these ARCs. You're awesome. This book was incredible. So yes, that was a book that I got. Let's see, what else did I get this month? I also just downloaded Fires of Calderon. I got that around the same time as Free to Fall, and that is Lindsay Cummings' middle grade book. Her YA book, The Murder Complex, I believe comes out next week, which is really exciting because I read that about 2 or 3 months ago. But just around the same time I got Free to Fall, Fires of Calderon was given to me, and it's an e-galley, and that's actually what I'm reading right now. So yay for that. She's awesome. She's really cool. So I'm really excited about that. Next book I got on list is I went to go see Tamara Weber when she came to LA, finally. It took her like 100 years. Oh my god, I was so excited. And her book signing just had to be the same day that Jamie Campbell Bower was performing like a pop-up acoustic show in Venice. It was nuts. But I managed to do both in one day, so I'm pretty proud of myself. When we get to the bookstore, finally, after seeing Jamie, you had to buy a book in order to go to the signing. I already own all of Tamara Weber's books, but Abby Glines was also signing with her, so I got a book by her in order to, get into the signing. So I bought this book called Take a Chance. And it's signed by Abby Glines. Gorgeous. Of course, I started reading it and I got like 40 pages in and realized it was like the 6th book of the series. So that's kind of awkward because I have no idea what's going on. But I have it, and now I just need to get like the first 5 because, you know, that's awesome. The next book I got these 2 actually, I think. No, JK, I got this one first. Another person that I saw at Festival Books, she was on a panel with Stephanie Perkins, who writes Anna and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door and all those. And I thought her book sounded kind of awesome, and she had really cute clothes. And I know that's not a reason to buy a person's book, but it kind of was for me, and she had cute clothes. And so I bought her book. Because I'm awesome that way. But that would be Open Road Summer by Emery Lord. And I'm actually really sad that I didn't get it at the fest because she's really awesome and I really, really like this book and I didn't get it signed. And hopefully maybe she'll come back one day and I can get it signed. But it's really awesome. I'm in a really like contemporary kind of summer book kind of mood right now. And this was perfect for it. Music, tour buses, rock stars, summer, road trip, romance. I mean, do you need anything else in a book? Really? So, the next book that I bought was Morgan Matson was doing a signing about a week after she released her new book Since You've Been Gone, which we've already talked about because I bought it on the day it came out and read it. But she was doing a signing with Jenny Han, who I've only read once, and I read Burn for Burn, which she does with Siobhan Vivian. I wasn't like entirely impressed by that, and I've seen The Summer I Turned Pretty and stuff, but I've just never thought to get it. But at the signing, you had to buy a book for the signing, and I own all of Morgan's books, so I decided to get Jenny Han's brand new book, which is To All the Boys I've Loved Before, because it's kind of a cool no, let's think about this. It's like the coolest cover ever, and it looks like it's written in Sharpie, and I have kind of a Sharpie obsession, and it's just kind of a cool cover. And she actually read a little bit of out loud at the signing, and I was like, this is hilarious, and I need to read this. And I went home that day, and I finished it that night, actually, which is kind of crazy because it was Mother's Day, and I like spent time with my mom and stuff, and I got home and immediately opened this book and started reading it, and it's incredible. Like, read this book. Like, and look, it's the coolest cover ever. I mean, seriously. Oh my god. It's a great book. Oh, I just knocked all my books down. I mean, that's cool. Whatever. The next book I got, which is a book I actually had already read. I read it as an e-arc, and it blew my mind. Then I met the author at Pasadena Book Fest. Then I was like, I'm going to meet her again at Ontario Teen Book Fest, and I just need to, like, get her book because it's incredible. And it's awesome. And that is A Girl Called Fearless by Catherine Linka, and it's brand new. It's her debut novel. It's incredible. It takes place in Los Angeles, which is, I swear, has no reason why I like it. I mean, it's got kind of a reason. I love my city. But it's just, honestly, it's just brilliant, and it really blows my mind. It really says a lot about the kind of control that sometimes people put on women. In this book, a like hormone in like the like meat supply causes like a huge chunk of the female population to die, and so there's not a lot of females left. So the male population, in response to that, decides we're just going to control everything they do, and they marry them off, and they control what they learn in school. It's like, it's crazy, and it's an amazing book. And I definitely recommend you get it. Plus, the cover's really cool, too. It's got, like, pink and stuff. I have an obsession with pink. So, I mean, there's that. The next book I got was one that I actually had to convince myself to kind of read. I have read a couple things by Cora Carmack before, and I hadn't been, like, massively impressed. I was like, okay, these are okay, they're not fantastic. Maybe this is not the type of book I'm going to read. But this book that she had coming out was about, like, romance and football, and I was like, really? Can you go wrong with that when it comes to me? Because I like football. I mean, I like baseball more, but I like football. And it has romance and, like, possibly cute football guys, so I'm going to try it. So I bought All Lined Up. Plus, Cora's, like, just super sweet, and she, like, I don't know, she's awesome. So I bought it, and I read it, and it's awesome, and the cover's super cheesy. I, like, honestly, if I didn't know Cora, like, and follow her on, like, Twitter and Facebook and stuff, I probably would have never bought this ever, because this cover is just awful. I'm sorry. I hate covers like this. They're just... What part of this makes you want to read a book? I mean, it's just a bunch of two hot people, like, sitting together, I guess. Like, there's nothing about this cover that makes me go, I want to read this book. But it actually is a really good book, and I definitely recommend reading it, especially if you like, you know, like, really fun romance stories and football. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. Just, this is one point where you just don't judge a book by its cover, because I just don't like this cover. Moving on, I bought a lot of books this month, guys. Seriously, I just realized how many books I really do buy. Whatever, it's okay. The next book I bought was Broken Hearts, Fences, and Other Things to Mend by Katie Finn. I had already read it. I had an e-arc of it because I'm part of the Fierce Read Street Team blog team Power Rangers Avengers Force something. I don't know. But I was assigned to promote this. And Katie Finn is actually Morgan Matson, which I didn't know, but now I do. And this book is awesome and fun and adorable, and I love it. And I'm getting a free copy for being, like, you know, part of the tour and helping to promote it and that kind of stuff. But I really wanted to support her, so the day it came out, I went and picked it up because it's just, like, too cute for life. So I'm going to see her tomorrow, and I'm going to get this signed. So when I get the other book, probably going to have a giveaway, so watch out for that. But this is a great book, and it's such a cute cover, and it's so pink and blue, and it's adorable. I definitely recommend it. The next book that I got was Monument 14, Sky on Fire, which is the sequel to Monument 14. And the third book just came out, but I just bought this second book because it's a paperback. It's really short. It's only like, I don't know. I can't find how many pages it is. No, seriously, I can't find. Okay, it's 215 pages. It's like really short, and I just couldn't see myself spending $20 on a 200-page hardback. Like, I just could not do it. I really wanted to read this. I've been wanting to read this for a while. I still haven't read it, so it's like on my TBR, but I just couldn't see myself doing that. Plus, I'm going to see Emmy, I believe, next week. So, time to get some books signed. Yay! Plus, I mean, it's got a cool cover, and I just like paperbacks better anyway. So, that's why I waited to buy that one. I also bought The Elite. I'd already read it. This probably should have been when I was talking about the one, but whatever. But I bought The Elite. I've already read it. I bought it like on my Nook, but I was going to meet Kara to get my one signed, and I was like, well, I need to get The Elite too. And I also got, that way I'm not like talking about this later. At the same time, I bought the Selection Stories too. Because I was there and it was really cheap, and it's signed. Beautiful. My Elite is signed too. Did I show that? I don't think so. To Sarah. Yes. So I got both of those because I didn't have them. So, and I wanted my full collection. I'm really spoiled, and I like to have my full, like, trilogy signed. So there's that. Let's see. Moving on. I went to the Ontario Teen Book Fest, and I'd already had a couple books to get signed, but I always make sure to buy some because, you know, bookstores put on the events, and they put a lot of money into it, and it's good to support them and not just go to, like, Amazon and purchase all your books. So I ended up buying 3 books while I was there. One of them was Also Known As by Robin Benway, which I've already read. I read it on, I think, my Nook because it was, like, you know, $1 or something, and it was like a daily deal, so I bought it. But I was like, I really need to get my hands on a copy because I've met Robin like 1,000 times. I know Robin. We bumped into each other at Disneyland, and it was adorable. But I like don't own the book, and it's awful, so I bought it. And it's got signed, and it's so cute. Look, it says, "Thank you for being such a wonderful blogger." That like made my whole day. It's so adorable. Can't handle it. So I bought that one. And I also bought In Honor by Jessie Kirby, which I just finished reading this month. And it was super adorable, and it's summer, and it's a road trip, and it's just, I mean, oh my god. Plus, look at those red boots on the cover. I could never pull off red boots. I'm just saying. But yeah, so I bought that one too. I interviewed her for the Ontario Teen Book Fest blog tour, and she's adorable. And her fictional crush was one of my fictional crushes, and so that just made my whole life. Then I also bought Bruise by Sarah Skelton, who I had seen at Festival of Books and Pasadena Teen Book Fest, and then now at Ontario Teen Book Fest. And I was like, I need to get a book by her because she's super sweet, and she remembered me at every single event, and that was really sweet of her. And so she was really cool, and she signed it, and yay, we're both Sarahs, except for she spells it wrong. It's okay though. I don't judge. So those are my books from Ontario Teen Book Fest. Okay, we've gotten down to one more stack. There was 3. I have a lot of books. I buy a lot of books. The next book I got this one in the mail, and I'm really sad because I'm sending out a plea to you guys. If any of you guys are fans of Melissa De La Cruz's Blue Blood series, I could use some help here because I have an arc of Vampires of Manhattan, which I believe is like a new adult, like after everything takes place in Blue Bloods, and I've just never read the series. I've only read the first book. I just don't have time to read all the other ones before this book comes out, and I really want to like review it because I got it for free in the mail, and it looks like it would be really cool. So if any of you guys are fans, I will send this to you as long as you review it for the blog. Because look at the cover. It's really cool. I just wish I would have read the series so I could read this. I'm pretty sure if I read this, I'd be really confused. So, please, somebody read this. Please. Then, I went on a bender at the bookstore. I got a really good tip night, and I was like, well then, let's go buy a book. And I ended up walking out of the bookstore with 4, so that went well, but that's okay. But one of the first books that I grabbed was a book that I've been wanting for a while, and I just haven't bought it because it's a hardback, and I have a hard time convincing myself to buy hardbacks. I'm really bad with that. But I bought Don't Look Back by Jennifer L. Armentrout, who I adore, and she's just amazing. And I bought this because I was like, it's going to be different, or I don't know. It was very different from a lot of the other stuff that I read by her, so I was really excited about it, and I read it, and it's brilliant, and it's got a beautiful cover. Like, the cover is just, I loved it. I love the brown. I love everything about this book. It was so good. I read it so fast. It was creepy and scary and awesome. And you should read it because it was awesome. All right, moving on. Then I also bought, I'm going to an event tomorrow, and Morgan Matson signing, because I like to stalk Morgan Matson, and there's also 2 authors, Joanna Philbin and Layla Howard, and I haven't read anything by them, and I saw their books at the store, and I was like, I should buy those, that way I can read them before the event, and I actually just finished one of them a couple days ago, so I just made it. I'm really proud of myself with that. But I bought these 2. Rules of Summer by Joanna Philbin, and Nantucket Blue. My books are falling apart already, guys. Nantucket Blue by Layla Howard. So I bought both of these, and they were both really fun, and they're summer books. I love summer books. When it's summer, I want to read summer books. I want the beach, and I want road trips, and I want summer romances, and that's pretty much what both of these have, and that was really awesome. And I honestly probably wouldn't have picked them up based on the covers, because I don't like either one of these covers at all. Even though they kind of suggest summer, I really don't like this one, Nantucket Blue. But that's okay. But they're both really cute, and I'm really excited to meet the authors tomorrow. So, there's that. And then the last book I bought that day of Let's Just Buy Every Book in the Store, I was only going to buy those 3, and then I saw this book, and I was like, I really want to read this, is House of Secrets. Oh, it's so shiny. Ooh, shiny. Okay, I can stop. By Chris Columbus and Ned Vicini. Chris Columbus, of course, is the director of many movies, but he directed the first 2 Harry Potter movies, for those of you who probably know that. And then Ned Vicini was the author of, It's Kind of a Funny Story and a couple other books. He just passed in January, I believe. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly, but he was an incredible person. He was incredible, and his books are incredible, and he's very much missed. And when I interviewed him, he talked about these books, and I was like, I need to read this. And J.K. Rowling speaks highly of it. Look at that. A breakneck roller coaster of an adventure. Come on. I mean, that's awesome. Plus, I just kind of love middle grade. They're fun, and they're not as, heartbreaking. So I bought that one. I also got... I bought 2 novellas on my Nook. I bought Poison Dance by Olivia Blackburn, which is kind of like a prequel-ish novella to her debut novel, Midnight Thief, which comes out next month, which I'm really excited about. They had it at Ontario Teen Book Fest, as a 2-month early release, and I wish I had had the money because I want to get my hands on that, especially after reading Poison Dance. It was pretty incredible. And I also got Just One Night by Gail Forman, which is kind of the sequel novella to her book Just One Year, because Just One Year ends up on the biggest cliffhanger ever, basically. I mean, you basically get what you want, but you're like, really? We don't get to find out what happens next? Come on, Gail. That's crap. And I was like, this is a beautiful ending, but also a very frustrating ending. So just one night just like takes place right after the book ends, basically. And it's awesome. And it's exactly what you wanted. It's really short. It's only like 30 pages. But it's perfect. And it's exactly what you like wanted from that. There's one last book that I bought for the month of May, and I kind of went overboard with it, and I bought too many copies of it. But that's because I was really excited. So a couple days ago was the release of City of Heavenly Fire, the very last book of the Mortal Instruments series. And I had pre-ordered a copy from Barnes & Noble, which was the signed copy. But I had planned to buy the ebook copy at midnight because I can't wait. And I didn't get my Barnes & Noble copy till that Friday, so I was like, I'm not waiting. And so that's what the plan was, because I read really fast and I was going to read it. But some Walmarts had put them out early on accident, and I managed to get my hands on one, so I ended up reading it that night. I finished it a little bit past 1 o'clock in the morning, so I got my Walmart copy. This thing, it's massive. Look at it. Massive. It's huge. But I have my Walmart copy, and I was like, and this is the one I read, so I wasn't going to get rid of it, because I read it, and I kind of beat it up a bit. Plus, I'm pretty sure it has, like, tear stains on it. I'm not even kidding. Plus, this one comes with the poster. I'm going to take it out of the book, I think, and put it on my wall. I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to. Yeah, so I bought that copy. And then I was waiting for my Barnes & Noble copy to come in, and someone told me that the Target copy had a comic in the back of it, and I was like, well, I want a book with the comic in the back of it. I mean, what? That's not cool. So then I went and bought the Target copy. So I got this one too, because in the back, and I'm going to show it just real quick because it does have spoilers for City of Heavenly Fire, and I don't want you to see, but I'm going to show it real quick. It's got a comic in the back that it's kind of a almost like a last scene from the book. So there's that. Then I finally got my Barnes & Noble copy of the book, and that one is signed. Cassie, I love you, dude, but your signature is just getting worse and worse and worse. Seriously, like that's what is that? I mean, I know it's her because I've met her a million times, and that's how she signs, but I swear once upon a time, her books actually, or her signature actually said, Chanticleer. Not anymore, though. So, thank you for watching my May book haul. It was kind of intense and kind of the longest book haul that, has ever existed ever, because apparently I have no constraint when it comes to bookstores and buying books. I think in total I bought about 30 books this month, which is basically a book a day, which is kind of horrible, and I need to get better at that. But I probably will. I hope you guys come back next month for June, and hopefully it'll be less, but probably not, because I'm going to the ALA conference this month, so I'm probably going to get books. So that'll be fun. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys can watch my other videos. I click on my link to see more. I've got reviews and all kinds of fun stuff on my YouTube. I also have my link for my blog in the thing below too. So definitely check it out. Reviews for most of the books that you've seen in this video are down there. And yeah, thanks for watching me talk about all the books that I apparently could not stop myself from buying this month. And I will see you guys next month for the June book haul. Thanks guys for watching. Bye!